Joining us in studio now, I have Adam from Midnight Gallery. Hi, Adam. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for coming up and joining us.
Always a pleasure.
Oh, yeah, no, it's the first time you've been up here for me. Now, you guys are based in Thames and Kingsland. I'm interested to hear about the Thames element.
Yes,
How's
well,
that?
Tyler, the singer in the band, he is born and bred Thames and lives and works down there. So he comes up 3 days a week to work on music and write, record, and rehearse with us.
So how did you meet then?
Edgar and Tyler already play in a band together, Eddie Numbers,
Right.
and a group that I play in, Tuna Breaks. We met together at a few gigs, and over the last few years, we've always talked about doing some tracks together and things. And it wasn't until earlier this year that we actually got together for some jams and tried some stuff and decided that we'd actually do something together properly.
So, which projects have fallen in the side project category now, seeing as you all come from different bands?
It depends who's listening. Don't want to burn any bridges.
Yeah.
No, it's well, Edgar and I flat together in the same house now, so it sort of just started off as I guess a fun thing to do in the evenings a bit, and Tyler would come around on the weekends, and just something to do other than watch TV. So, but then once we sort of started completing some tracks, we thought, well, let's aim and put an album out and start gigging this as well. So we're all still gigging with our other respective bands as well. We're sort of working in parallel, I guess.
Yeah. Is it hard to shift from being in one band to the other?
For me, it's a bit of a stylistic change.
Right.
So it doesn't conflict
Okay.
at all, really. It's just a chance to explore another direction.
Yeah. Now, you guys are a relatively new band.
Yes, yeah.
You've been talking about it for a while, like you said, but still quite new. And your first release was just last week.
Yes, that's right. We just set up all the Facebook Bandcamp pages last week with the first track, Scars.
Woo, so you're just fresh and new, and we've got you.
Yes, yeah.
Hey, and also, what drew you? Exciting collaboration. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we sort of first track we released, Scars. Edgar had a sort of a verse and chorus, and he was looking at writing another verse. So we thought it'd be quite cool, especially for the first one, to get a feature on it. And we sort of thought around, and Razor Beezer has been prolific writing over the last year. He's released something like 3 albums in the last 12 months or something. So, if anyone was going to be able to deliver something quickly, it was him. So we had him round to the flat in Kingsland and lay down his vocals.
Did he decide exactly how he was going to go about it?
Wrote his verse sort of to fit with that and the theme of the song, and then came in and laid it down himself. And
Awesome. So do you intend to do some more collaborations, or is this purely a one-off?
no, we'll definitely look to do more collaborations. Trying to think if there's any I can speak of or not. There's some good big plans. We're in Red Bull
Cool.
recording a couple of tracks next month. And there could be a few familiar faces popping up on the album. We'll just have to.
So you're in talks. That's
Yes,
quite
yeah.
cool. I like that sense of community within the music industry.
Yeah, so it's
between
definitely
artists.
It's definitely a collaborative thing. It makes sense to use people's strengths and areas and
Yeah.
great sort of appeal to a wider audience through them as well. That's all
It's
part
almost
of
a business move. Hey,
it.
so
No comment.
so what is Scars about? Talk us through what the single is
I mean,
inspired by.
Edgar's sort of started with the lyrics and the concept. So I mean, almost just from listening, it almost sounds like more girl problems for him. But it's I know sort of it's a bit hard for me to comment on
Yeah, right.
his direction, but yeah, sort of if I was to say something, the damages and challenges that love can cause, maybe just an original song theme, eh?
Always the
The
bridesmaid and never the bride. Poor Edgar. Maybe things will turn around. Mind you, though, I guess when you're really happy and everything's just cruisy, you don't feel moved to write that much. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think that was particularly written about through personal experience, but just merely sort of what goes on around the place and what you sort of witness and see what you see friends go through and all
Now,
that.
you guys are doing something interesting. Each single that you release will have its own unique artwork.
Yes, yeah. So our first piece of artwork for the track Scars was a piece done by Component, and we're hugely happy to have had him on board because he's, for anyone that hasn't checked out his stuff, it's incredible. A lot of graffiti sort of art, but so what we looking to do is, for each track, as you say, have a piece of artwork, and when we release the album, exhibit this art in the gallery, and that sort of ties in with the name Midnight Gallery, because as we mentioned the collaborations before, we don't want it to just be with musicians, but all area of the art, so they all can help each other mutually. So we'll involve photographers, videographers for some little things, and that's the aim with this.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I was wondering if gallery tied in, being that it's an art term or a place where art is showed often. That's great.
That's you picked that up. There's also the other one with which a gallery can be a place from which art is seen like a in a theatre. The upper sitting is the gallery. Is also the gallery, like the gallery. So, it's just about, I guess, the midnight part of the name is it's sort of art, but it's most part's going to be performed at night. It's sort of the gallery of all the tying into, sort of like got that sort of ambiguous nature to it, doesn't it? Kind of that. Once people hear it, they probably don't even think about what it means anyway.
No, I bet they all do. And so you're in the middle of recording an album?
Yes.
And where are you doing that? Who's producing? Whereabouts is that happening?
It's sort of all over the place. So just I guess the rough process is it all starts off in the flat. So most of the music is we do in the my bedroom. And lay down demos and stuff there. Then we'll go into studios. We're in Red Bull next month to lay all the vocals down and any other extra things. So we're going to get, if we want some extra instruments or some scratching or cuts, thing being partly hip hop. And then the first track was mixed by a guy in Auckland, Tom Anderson, and was mastered over in New York, actually, by a New Zealander over there. And the next track actually coming out was mixed by I'm terrible with names of this, but there's a guy who's worked with it's New Zealand over and living over in Turkey now, has worked with Jamiroquai.
Oh wow!
So it's
a real mixed bag of
sort of all over the place. But the general process is Edgar's the MC, Tyler's the vocalist, and I do the music.
Oh, good stuff. And so, have you plans to tour over summer?
Yes, we're doing as mentioned before, Tyler's from Thames, so we're actually heading down on the 24th, Christmas Eve show in Thames, because everyone up in Auckland and stuff heads down there it's a bit of a reunion for them, so it's a bit of a party. But then following that in January, we've got a few gigs booked, starting off with the 3rd up at Lee Sawmill.
Oh, cool.
And then next night down to the Mount, and then across to the Yacht Club at Raglan.
Oh, wow, a real summer tour.
So I got a nice little week there.
Yeah.
Should be nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in, Adam.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh, pleasure. And
hopefully we can get the other guys up here too next time.
Yeah, totally. Actually, this is a very small studio, so it might be weird. Now, should we take a listen to Scars?
Yeah.
Now that we've talked about it.
Absolutely.
And we'll keep an eye and an ear out and check out your gigs over summer. Exciting stuff.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
For the stars, instead I lift my shirt, showing off, I got my scars. Life is hard, life is harsh. Living in the city with a broken heart. All she really wanna do is reach for the stars. Instead she lifts her shirt, shows enough, I got her scars. Life is hard, life is harsh. Living in the city with a broken heart. Young socialite, cut in the bright light like a possum. The flower never blossomed. Unsung night, potential for a fight with a toss-em. Cowards never cross him. She's the drama type. He's the kind of guy she likes. Loud like a mic in the city of Gotham. Panties are dropping, but they're not always hers. And these were her words, these were her words. She sung, boy, I felt like a fly on the wall. 'Cause I just saw it all, I just saw it all. Her insecurities became truth, you see. In a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now she's dropping it, sleeping around like a shopping spree. Disregard for monogamy, around the board sloppily, monopoly. Checking in at Heartbreak Hotel. She's broken hearted cause in love she fell. And now all I really wanna do is reach for the stars. Instead I lift my shirt, showing off, I got my scars. Life is hard, life is harsh. Living in the city with a broken heart. All she really wanna do is reach for the stars. Instead she lifts her shirt, shows enough, I got her scars. Life is hard, life is harsh. Living in the city, a broken heart. Yeah.
I ran my hands over a broken heart that was stolen like a standover. I poured a drink, unconcerned about the hangover. She dealing with the type of pain she can't stand sober. Baby, I don't have the answers or the solutions. We just soaking up the vibes and feeling the music. I ain't trying to be your man, but I got a plan. I ain't here to hold your hand, but I understand. On the other hand, it's a cold world. There's more fish inside the sea, there's a whole world. As the smoke twirls, she told me that she had enough of love. All the while, she can feel a buzz coming up. I know this won't solve it, but tequila might prolong it. Time is not a factor, just enjoy the moment. Checking in a heartbreak hotel with a trunk full of baggage. I hope it goes well.
All I really wanna do is reach for the stars. Instead I lift my shirt, showing I forgot my scars. Life is hard, life is harsh. Living in the city with a broken heart. All she really wanna do is reach for the stars. Stitch it as a shirt, shows another guy his scars. Life is hard, life is harsh. Living in the city with a broken heart. She said, I don't really know why you brought me here, and nobody really knows why you brought me here. She's feeling young and unprepared. She's like, please don't leave me here.
Yeah. She said, I don't really know why you brought me here, and nobody really knows why you brought me here. She's feeling young and unprepared. She said, please don't leave me here.
She said, I don't really know why you brought me here, and nobody really knows why you brought me here. She's feeling young and unprepared. She's like, please don't leave me here.
She said, I don't really know why you brought me here, and nobody really knows why you brought me here. She feels young and unprepared. She's like, please don't leave me here. Yeah.
Midnight Gallery with Scars, our guests, and also Dan Clist's discovery track for this week. Still to come on the Audience radio show, we continue with the chart and also catch up with Shadowbat.